Holy shit! That was a brand new Anarchus song called "Arrogance and Impunity" off their latest album called "Final Fall of the Gods" Part 2. Total grindcore. That shit was ripping. The unmistakable vocals, Pancho's vocals. I mean, one of a kind. As soon as you hear him, you know it's him. Well, at least I do. If you know anything about the grindcore, you know Pancho. So yeah, there you go. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. Really psyched about this one, man. Been a big follower, supporter of Pancho stuff for a long ass time. So it's cool to have him on. You are watching Jamming Out All Badass. As you can see by the sign in the back. My name is Francisco, and today's guest definitely has the best name of anybody that's ever been on the show. So I will say that. So he got thumbs up. So he's so yeah, there you go. Before we get going, those of you watching live, I said thank you. Those of you watching on the replay, thank you also as well. I will say something in Spanish. A los que nos están acompañando desde México, muchas gracias. Bienvenidos. So there you go. There's my Spanish. But yeah. Let me see. Couple things. Right off the bat. If you haven't yet, make sure you click that subscribe button for the channel. If you like what you're seeing, if you like other stuff that's been on here, help support the show, get the word out about the show. It does help a lot, believe it or not. It's like, can't do this shit by myself. So if you would help pour a little on me, get the word out, subscribe, tell all your friends, all that shit. Helps out. Jamming out all multilingual. That's right. Say something dirty in Spanish. Tú eres cochino. There you go. Support the channel. That's right, brother. Tell everybody about it. If you've missed, what was the last episode was with Phlegm. Unbelievable. You got to catch that one. It might take you like a while to watch it all, but it's well worth it. Trust me. So anyhow, tell everybody we're on live now. Share this shit. Have everybody join us. Be active in the chat room. Don't just stand there with your thumb up your butts. Let's participate. This show's your show. If you got any questions as the show goes on, ask them. Ask away. Another thing, the supporting the scene little episodes I've been doing, they've actually been working out pretty cool. So I'm gonna continue doing those. Fight Fraser in Spanish. All right, Fraser. Vete a la verga. There you go. Shit. So anyhow, so I keep doing that. I'm actually was trying to put all old Houston stuff, supporting the scene one. Gonna be putting that together soon. So anyhow, again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Make sure, like I said, tell everybody we're on live. I got Pancho coming up here very shortly. If you're on the Instagrams, follow us at Jamming Out All Badass. I say us because Fraser is part of the show. Much as y'all hate to hear me say that. So all right. So let's get going. Paintings. Hey, you know what? They are on the list actually. I will be playing that. So All right, so my guest tonight is been involved in the underground scene out of Mexico since mid '80s, uh, being in bands like Anarchus. He sang on the first demo from PACTUM, and also CACOFONIA, one of my all-time favorites. Thanks to Carlos from Clandestine Productions for sending me this. Y'all support Clandestine Productions out of Mexico. Does some cool. Look, it's a long sleeve and everything. Look at that shit. How cool is that? Badass. Puro pinche ruido. So anyhow, all right. So enough of my rambling. So everybody, please welcome El Pancho. What's up, Pancho?
What's up, man? Nice to be here with you. Very happy to be here.
Oh, man, you have no idea. It's an honor to have you on here. I appreciate it. And I've told you before, I've been following your stuff. Me and my buddy Ray, that's in the chat now, we used to do CACOFONIA songs like in my parents' garage and like live, like back in the like early '90s and shit like that. So
yes.
we even did the what was the song? Oh, the one that just goes, "Nosotros también estamos en la competencia" or whatever. We did that live, so
yes.
So obviously, we know a thing or two about your project. So anyhow, I appreciate you joining me. How's things in Mexico right now? Are things like opening up, or is shows happening and all that? What are things looking like over there?
Well, it starts to open up more. There has been some shows even in those in the past year, and the beginning of this one. Some shows, not so many, but some. But now, by these days, there are the shows are starting to be all around the country. Some little places, little gigs. And maybe by, as far as I know, as far as I have seen, by October, November, there will be shows more bigger. So nice. It seems like it becomes, where Mexican scene is start to working again with much more bands than before.
Nice. That's good, man. It's kind of the same thing here in Texas, around the Houston area where I live, where, people are booking shows and bands are coming to town now. So it's fucking cool that's coming around again. I mean, I haven't gone to a show yet, but they're out there if you want to go.
That's very good.
So let me ask you this: growing up, it's a question I like to ask everybody. What kind of music, like when you were real young, what was the first kind of music that you heard as a kid, like being played around your house?
Oh yes. Well, I think like many people of my generation. I start with Kiss, Queen. All Led Zeppelin, all that kind of stuff. Then I start to listen to more punk, hardcore, but much more like punk, new wave music, heavy metal. Then I remember that I like on those old days very much Stray Cats. I still like Stray Cats, bands from the old punk scene, like Generation X, of course, Sex Pistols. Listen a lot of all those old bands from the 80s. And a lot of especially from the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I meant was like before you like discovered music, like your parents or wherever you were in your house, what kind of music? When did you first hear music? Like what kind of music was it?
Oh well, I listened to music from my fathers.
Yeah.
What they like, my mother likes especially like romantic Mexican music.
Yeah.
My father listened. He listened also romantic music, but also he likes to listen jazz and some pop music from the era. Cool. That's where I start listening music, that kind of music. Then I get my taste and start to listen rock and roll.
Yeah. Do you to this day, do you ever like go back and listen to some of the stuff your parents listened to, just to kind of?
Really, not so much. The kind of music, it was never like mine.
Right.
Maybe some songs of the Beatles that I heard with them,
Yeah.
But it would be more or less like that because there was not so much rock on those. It's not the music they listen.
Right. So I guess extreme music. How did you first discover? Like, was it on your own? Did you have an older brother or something that got you into it, or how did that happen?
I get it from an old friend. I was in high school.
Yeah.
I listen, especially in those days, punk and heavy metal. I'm always have been a Judas Priest fan. But then an old friend on those days, Jesus Insausti was his name. He was with me in the school, and he one day, well, we talk a lot very often, and he started to showing me bands. He was the first one that showed me The Old Destruction, Metallica, Creator, Avatar, and all those old bands from the first wave of thrash black death metal. Battery,
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Around what year was this?
I think it must be around like 1984, I think.
Nice. And did you play, like as a kid, did you play any instruments? I know you played bass and when you first started Anarchus, but did you play anything like when you were real young?
No, never. I have played nothing. Never.
So how did you guys, how did you get the albums, the tapes, and or not take no CDs in, but like how did you get your music? Was there like a record store that you would go to, or you would talk a little bit about that?
Well, in the beginning, it was in record stores, and then when I knew this friend, I started to go to El Chopo in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
This flea market, music flea market, especially in those days, it was really greatest. There you can trade things and not CDs, your albums and tapes, and you can buy a lot of things. That I think that was the place where I get much more material.
Yeah,
a lot of bands. Well, as far as we can get here in Mexico. But it was good, very good, really very good in those days. And in the record stores, I remember especially Aquarius, other one that was called Super Sound, Rock Express. They also had good music. You can find very good albums, but it was much more expensive.
Yeah,
much more expensive. Chopo was always a very very good option because really was much more cheap. You can find the albums. The original albums they send you in tape, or you can buy it original there, but more cheaper.
Yeah, actually, I went there in 2013. Whenever I was helping my friends in Morbosidad that year, and we played in Mexico City with Mystifier, and we went to El Chopo. Yes. And I'd always heard about it, right? And I'm like, I thought it was fucking cool. I mean, I'm sure back in the 80s it was fucking insane, but it was still cool for me to experience it. It was like just like a metal punk flea market. It was just fucking, it was like really really cool to be there and experience it. And I found some I don't know how often you go there, but I just found some random pictures online of it. Here's one of like people there hanging out. I mean, and I think if I remember, it's only open on Saturdays, right?
Yes, Saturdays. Well, in these days, for the actual situation, they are opening only on Sundays for these days. But usually they are open on Saturdays. When I start to go to the Chopo, I go to El Chopo every Saturday for a long time.
Oh wow! Yeah,
for a long time, years going Saturday till Saturday. Until I start to change a little, I lost the taste. I don't like it so much. From around 98, something like that, and I haven't go there more. Not so many times. Not so many times.
Yeah. It was like I said, we were there, so I was like, and so let's go, and we were on our way to León, Guanajuato.
Oh yes.
And Antimo in the house.
Saludos, Antimo. Saludos, Frank. Saludos.
I met Antimo. Well, I met Antimo. He probably doesn't remember, but when we played we played a place called Bulldozer Pub, like on a Friday night, and he was there, and I don't know if he wants me to tell this story, but anyway, so I won't say it. But I did get to meet him there, I remember, and but it was fucking really cool experience to be there and to see like the actual Mexican underground scene, and yeah, that's the place we played it. We played there too.
Yeah.
But we played at the Bulldozer Pub like at night, or on a Friday night or something. But anyway. Here's just to give people an idea. Mira nomás. Mutilador.
Saludos.
I met him too there.
Another cool guy.
Very cool. So just to give people,
really cool. Both guys are really good friends and cool people. Cool guys.
Yeah. Just to give people an idea. I mean, the Chopo, it's still going now, but it's people take their stuff, and they sell all kinds of different things, from clothing to music stuff to you name it. It's a massive. It's really cool. I mean, if you're ever there, that's one of the places I think you should check it out. I mean, I anyway. So I'm glad you brought that up, because I was actually wanted to talk about it, Chopo, because it's a legendary place, right? So
yes, totally.
Yeah,
it's still being a place you have to go when you go to Mexico City.
I agree.
I think it's worth to go. It has changed a lot.
Yeah,
but really you have to go if you're around in Mexico City.
Yeah, just to experience it.
Yes.
And I think, did you ever play? Did Anarchus or CACOFONIA ever play there, like a show?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
I know they have shows there.
Yes, every Saturday too. But no, we haven't played there.
Okay. Cool. So growing up, I mean, getting into the extreme music, punk, hardcore, metal. I mean, how were you treated? How were like people that were into punk or metal or whatever treated by, let's say, like regular normal people? Did they give you a hard time, or was it, what was that experience like?
Well, for me, the experience was, and for a lot of people, I think, it was very easy. On those days, there were no big difference between the different scenes.
Yeah,
you can share time with people from hardcore or punk scene.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean like between like punk and metal. I mean like just people that aren't, just regular people that have no idea about punk or metal or whatever. You know what I mean? Just normal people.
Normal people. Well, on the old days, it was a little special, for say something, because normal people on those days, well, they actually don't look good if you have long hair.
Yeah.
And you wear black shirts and leather jacket and in those days, usually people a little have discriminate all of us.
Yeah.
Not talking for the police. The police, they just have to see you with long hair and dressing like we always do.
Yeah.
They always think that you are a junkie and or you are a gangster.
Yeah.
And it was an excuse to get you, to put you in the patrol or and try to get some money.
Oh man,
it was a little hard around the end of the 80s.
Yeah,
but the 80s start to be not so bad. But regular people, they watch us a little like very weird. To say something.
Yeah, well, it's funny because nowadays I laugh because nowadays a lot of the way people looked or dressed back then, it's like a normal thing, and like it's like you see it on TV and stuff like that. So it's like, it's obviously not the same, but it's funny to think about how, people used to, even me, people used to think I was like a devil worshiper and this and that, you know what I mean? So, and nowadays, it's like nobody's scared of anything, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah, that's it. I guess, I just wanted to know what it was like for you guys there growing up. I guess it's pretty much, it was the same pretty much all around the world for anybody who was into like extreme music.
Yes, I think the same. It'll be the same at those times.
Yeah. So was Anarchus your first band, or did you do anything before that?
It was my first band. but it has at that time the band hasn't that name. We have other names. We changed it on the during those years. But I can say that Anarchus was my first band, even though that it was not called Anarchus.
Yeah.
Because when there was a moment that we stopped. Adolfo, the first drummer,
yeah,
and the guitar player and the original singer, they left the band. So we take a little time, and we keep playing, but it was not like we spent some time putting out songs from Anarchus for what will be Anarchus.
Yeah,
I'm playing with another friend in some kind of noise core band called Antidosis. Very funny band. It was very funny. It was only drum, bass, and screams with me. 3 guys only.
Did you record anything with that band?
Yes, I have it, but I lost it. But the bass player, Alejandro, from Pactum.
Oh yeah,
from Pactum, he has the tape.
Oh shit.
He has we recorded like four or three demos.
Wow.
Totally do it yourself.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Very, very funny because our idea was to play like DRI.
Yeah.
And we tried to do it with the crazy lyrics and funny songs. But it was a very good time. We don't even have the songs. We played the songs as we as the song was running out when we started rehearsing. We started playing one song. Well, that's one song, and the song can change every time we play it because there was no normal song.
Yeah, I want to hear that shit. I never knew that existed. But so your first demo, which I was doing some like a little research. I do a little research, and the Total Hate demo, it blew my mind that you guys recorded the whole thing and mixed it in 1 hour and a half.
Yes. We have to do it that way because on those days the studios were very, very expensive.
Yeah,
very, very expensive. So we only get money enough to record, to do all the stuff in 1 hour and a half. Yeah. So we really arrived to the studio and from the beginning, hey, engineer, start to record, please.
Wow.
He was shocked because he is a professional music.
Yeah.
And he never heard a band like us playing or recording. And I remember that he was really surprised. Really surprised. For the noise and for the please record us as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And also the mix and all that stuff and in very short time.
So I guess it was all one take on everything. Just recorded and
yes. I remember that days before we rehearse a lot. So the songs we practice them very, 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 very concentrated, very well. So when we arrived to record, it was very easy because we have all the rehearsals behind, and that's why we can do it by one take.
Right. Yeah, it still amazes me that when I heard that, I was like, wow, 1 hour and a half to do everything. Yes. I mean, I know the songs aren't very long, but still, it's thinking about doing it. That's just, I mean, I guess when you don't have much time, you're gonna do what you have to do, right? But so were you mentioned Adolfo? Were you the one doing the mail for the band, like like writing other people in the trading, or both of you? Who was doing it back then?
Adolfo.
Okay. He got all the demos out.
Yes, he was in charge of that, and really he did a great job. He sent the demo everywhere, and start to get connections with friends. So the name of the band, I can say really that was Adolfo's job to put it out outside of Mexico. In Mexico, of course, all around Mexico, and outside too on those days too.
Yeah. When I think about it, it's like the guys that have been in the band were ended up being very well-known people throughout the underground world. Like Adolfo, he did Distorted Harmony Records,
Yes.
which is a legendary label. Thrasher did Puro Pinche Ruido and all that shit, right? And you guys have all it's just amazing how the three of you, or several other people, but three of you in that enormous city, kind of stood out above everybody else, to me anyway,
Yes.
with all the stuff that you guys did. So that's pretty fucking cool. So, all right, so that demo you were like you said, Adolfo was sending it out, and was the next release the Final Fall of Gods?
Yes.
Yeah, this 7-inch right here, right?
Yes. Yes.
That was put out by Rigid Records, which is crazy because Vernon ended up helping you play live in the band and recorded some stuff, right, recently?
Yes, Vernon played with us it was 19. He played with us in the Obscene Extreme. Also, The next year we play in Canada and in the Years Luster Festival, and we do some shows in the USA in the Northeast Coast. We play there, and Vernon was playing guitar by then.
Yeah. What do you remember about this recording this 7-inch?
Well, it was also very, but not so more pressure like the demo.
Yeah.
But also we had to record it as fast as possible because, again, we didn't have a lot of money to spend. So we get a package with Dan Studio. They have a promotion. And I remember that we recorded with Tormentor, which later becomes Shub Nigurat.
Oh, yeah.
Both bands, we record that night.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What was the studio? What was the name of the studio?
The name of the studio, I don't remember now. But it was on the Zona Rosa near Insurgentes,
Not really.
That's Mexico.
Yeah.
More or less like downtown.
Yeah.
There was this promotion for certain hours from, I think it was like 8 hours for a very good price. So it was like 4 hours for us, 4 hours for Tormentor.
Wow.
More or less. I'm not sure how much, but it was much more than the time we have for the demo, but not so long anyway. And it was the same. It was record and mix and masterize, and there go to the US States.
Look at here, my buddy Roy says it was recorded in Mexico City.
Bourbon Studios, yes. Bourbon
Studios, October 16th, 1989. Look at Roy.
Yes. I forget the date. Thank you very much for reminding me. Yes, Bourbon Studios. Yes.
Yeah, Bourbon Studios. So you and Shub Nigger out at the same day, or it was Tormentor?
Tormentor, yes.
Wow. In the same recording session. That's fucking amazing.
Yes. They record the Visions of Darkness, the demo.
Oh, yeah. Classic. Actually, when I was in Chopo, I got a bootleg copy of that demo.
Oh,
Visions of Darkness.
Yes. I love that demo, and I love that band. One of my favorites ever.
Oh, me too. I love those Tormentor and then the Shub Nigger Out stuff after that. But so looking back, I don't know. I don't know if you listened to any of your stuff after you've recorded it. But what do you? How do you feel about like this recording 30 years later?
I still like it so much.
Yeah, I think too. It's one of my favorite recordings from you guys. But it sounds brutal to me. Like just heavy grindcore, just insane. A lot of songs about what seems like anti-Christian kind of theme. So, but yeah, it's definitely a classic. And so let's jump around. So I know around this time you went to Tampa.
Yes.
And So what did Scott Burns have to do with that? He mixed it, or what did he do? Or
He mixed it.
he mixed it, right?
Yes, he mixed it.
Okay.
He mixed it. Vernon get him, and he kindly did it for him. They were close friends, and he liked the material.
Yeah.
So he mixed it there in the Morrison Studios.
Yeah. So when you went there, well, I got to show this picture because I think it's a cool picture of you guys standing outside of Morrisound.
Oh yes, yes.
So did you go? So what did you do? Were you there just like when he was mixing it, or you were just, or was this after?
Well, it was a very interesting story about it because when we get for the show in Tampa, Vernon tells us that Scott Burns has offered to record us an EP.
Oh,
he will produce and mix and all.
Wow!
For free for us, but it was a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
So we went to the studio to record. That was the plan.
Yeah.
That was the plan. But that same day, Asuk was recording too.
Wow. They must have been recording the Anti-Capital LP.
Yes, I think that it was that one. And they were still recording when we arrived. So Vernon said, "Oh well, let's wait a little. Let's go for some beers."
Uh-oh.
And that was not a very good idea because as it took a lot more time, and by the time they ended, we were very drunk. Especially Julio, the guitar player. Way, he was totally drunk. Adolfo and I could play. We could. We are in conditions to play and record. But Julio, no. He tried to. When we start to record in the studio, it was like Adolfo, and Julio didn't start the song or start to play.
Wow.
It was really a very interesting story because Scott Burns was very patient. He waits for us for about, I think, an hour and a half until it was obvious that we couldn't record nothing.
Wow.
He finally told us, hola amigos. He finally said, "Hey, sorry, I cannot wait more. I have to record someone else, and maybe the next time." We lose this opportunity. We lose this opportunity for the beer.
Well, you did play one show when you were there with Asug and Pain Eater.
Yes.
So this is the. How was this show? That was first time ever playing in the U.S., right?
Yes, first time. It was a killer show. It was on Monday.
Oh, wow.
Not so many people, but people enough, and we all have a very very great time. It was amazing to watch Asuk and Pain Eater. And to play. The response from the people was greatest. We really enjoyed to play that night and really enjoy to see the response of the people. Really, it was greatest, really greatest. It was something that motivated us to do the things harder, to play more harder, with more enthusiasm even.
Yeah. And what was the venue? Well, what kind of venue was it? Was it like a little? Was it a club? Was it like a hall, or what was it? What kind of venue was it?
It was like a club.
Okay.
It was like a club. There were billiard tables and all.
Okay.
And yes, it was a little not so big, but it was a nice place.
Yep.
It was.
Yeah. Mira, Carlos, I got the shirt on, Carlos. I gave you a plug already, Carlos. So yeah, Hell Pain Eater.
See.
Heavy band.
Yes. Killer band.
Yeah. So let me. What else was I going to show you? Okay, so after that, Pain Eater. Oh, I didn't know they had a video. There was a Pain Eater video that has videos of has shots of them playing.
There's a video around there. Vernon has one, I think.
I wonder if that's because I have an Assuck show on video for a long time ago. It was like a 19. Well, no, that one was outside. Never mind. So that's not it. But so you go back, and then was the Monastery, the split 7-inch with Monastery after that?
I think yes, but it was not immediately. It took like a year. But that
was the next release.
Yes, the next one. Yes,
and that was put out by Slap-a-Ham.
Yes,
Chris Dodge. How did now? I know he put out this classic. Hold on, let me before I go to that, let's talk about this, which featured Cacofonia. I'm guessing the Bliard comp.
Yes,
I'm guessing. He had you guys. I don't know if that had anything to do with him releasing the Anarchus Monastery, because you had already done the Bliard comp. But so how did you guys get on the Bliard? Was it Adolfo that made that happen, or not? Yeah, because he was a drummer on the Bliard. How did Cacofonia get on that?
It was by Miguel.
Okay.
Thrasher get it.
Okay. And but yeah, that's a classic.
Yes.
It's got so many classic bands on there. I remember you guys stood out because that's where you do that Nosotros también estamos en la competencia, whatever that song. Yeah. So that's when I first heard you guys. But yeah, that's classic, man.
Yes.
But so anyway, we'll so the split with Monastery was, which is one of my easily one of my favorite Anarchist like recordings. I think it sounds pretty good myself. But with Monastery, classic split 7-inch. How did this come about? How did that deal work out? Was that also with Thrasher, or that got that done, or how did that happen?
It was again Thrasher.
Yeah.
Yes, he get the contacts. He get all set, and it was from him, from Thrasher. He did it. He get that.
Do you still have copies of this?
Yes, I have the tape.
Okay.
I lose it a long time ago, but like a year and a half. A good friend, Miguel from Ciudad Juárez, he saw that I post one time the cover. And he told me that he has the tape. And I say, oh, really, really cool. And he says, I will send it. And he give it to me. That's how I get it back.
Yeah, and I remember seeing a picture. I don't have it on here, but I remember seeing a photo. I'm guessing that was the first time you met him, but you met Chris Dodge whenever you played in Los Angeles, right?
No, we couldn't play in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Well, where did you meet him? Because I saw the photo.
Oh, it was in the Extreme Obscene Fest.
Oh, okay. The one that was in Mexico?
I'm sorry?
Where was that one at? What was it? Oh, the one in
Czech Republic. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. He was playing with Infest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I met him.
And I forgot he was playing bass and Infest.
Yes.
Nowadays. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. He really, people for 30 years and you never meet them in person, and then next thing you know, you're standing right next to them. So that's fucking cool, man. Now let's kind of, you have a lot of releases, but let's talk about the current band. Is you, Thrasher, and Abuelo is the band, right?
Yes.
And you guys don't need, or can't find somebody to play bass, or what's the story with that?
Oh, well, we always have problems with the bass. Always with the bass player.
Yeah.
Usually the guys that play the bass, they always done his best effort.
Oh,
Usually, it ended not working so well.
yeah.
So after some experience, we decided to quit.
Yeah.
Because also we haven't found the ideal bass player too. So we quit and we decided to stay like we are now, three-piece band.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it works. It's just because, I mean, I know a lot of, I got a friend here who is the same thing. They can't ever find a bass player that, that fits or that works or, that can handle it and all that. So, but you guys have been friends for, I know you and Thrasher have been friends for forever. Abuelo, how long have you known him?
Oh, I know Abuelo from, I think, 1995, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He also is an old friend, Abuelo. Yes, we met him when he was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Very young. He started to play with us.
Oh, wow.
Very, very young. And since then, we three made a good relation and a good friendship. Yeah. So this time when we start to play again together, the three, well, after all our experience, especially about, as you say, with the bass.
Yeah.
That's why we say, better concentrate in work, three of us only.
Yeah.
Let's see in the future. It's not a close point that we. Yeah. But we have to get the right guy to play the bass.
Yeah. So he's younger than why do they call him Abuelo if he's younger than you guys?
Because he was, even though that he was very young, he was the hair very, very white, like an old.
Okay.
That's why everybody called him Abuelo.
That's funny. Well, yeah. So, all right. So you actually I have the flyer here. You guys are doing which everybody needs to check out. You're doing a live stream on Thursday, July 29th, right?
Yes.
And I've seen this on the Bam Bam Records YouTube page, but you want to talk a little bit about this? Like, what's gonna, you guys gonna play live, interview? What's going on with that?
Yes, we're going to play live. We're going to play the song from the new album.
Nice.
We are going to mix like some of the classic songs of the band, but we're gonna focus especially in the songs of the album, and also there's gonna be an interview, at the middle of the whole set that we.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
There will be a time that the organizer will take to interview us.
Oh yeah. You know what? I saw the Atoxico one from that one is really fucking good. The bass is a little loud than the guitar, but it's fucking great. They're really tight and really good show actually. So everybody check that out on July 29th. It's going to be online on you can catch it on the Bam Bam Records Facebook or on the YouTube. It looks like it's going to be a live stream on both, kind of like I'm doing here. So that's going to be cool. I'm going to be checking that out. Let's get to see Anarchus. I mean, we don't get to see Anarchus down here, so you get to see him live on Thursday, July 29th. So everybody look into that. You're not doing anything anyway, so go ahead and watch it.
And we'll have a very special set for that night. It will be, as I told you, with focus on the new album.
Yeah.
But we are going to play a lot of songs. It's going to be one of our longest sets in our recent history, for sure.
Yeah. How long are your sets normally? Do you play like 30 minutes?
Normally, our set is around 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It depends, but because sometimes we have the luck that people start to ask for more, and we even have play. Maybe we have to repeat some songs and all, and maybe we can. We have been playing like an hour and a half
Oh wow!
or there was an occasion
hour and a half. What are you Slayer? Who do you?
Very funny because people ask for more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that I understand, but goddamn,
and
an hour and a half. I feel sorry for. Well, I guess I feel sorry for all of you because you got to scream for. But the drummer's probably like dying.
Well, but Abuelo, he's in very good shape. He can stand it.
Yeah. He's not old. He just looks old, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's. I got a song queued up. It's. I think it's on the album. It's the Raw Power. Is the Raw Power cover on the album?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Roy wants you to play every song on that live stream. But anyhow, so here's the Anarchus cover of the Raw Power classic "Fuck Authority." So let's check it out. If you know that song, that's probably easily one of my favorite Raw Power songs ever. Classic. So let's check it out. "Fuck Authority" covered by Anarchus. Yeah, fuck Authority. Hey, look, Tom, Cardiac Tom. What's up, Tom? I'm glad you're here, man. That video is badass. That's cool. I like how you guys always put like clips, like clips of violence and shit like that in your videos. So keeping it real. But yeah, that's so it's the album is Final Fall of the Gods Part 2. And it's available. I know it's available on every format, right? CD, tape, and LP.
By the moment, only on CD.
Oh, at the moment, only CD.
At the moment, only on CD.
Morbid Reality Records, or who put that out?
Morbid Reality. Yes.
On CD.
On CD. On CD. Okay. But it will be also on tape and vinyl.
Yeah.
It will be out on August or September.
Oh, okay, cool. So go ahead and buy it in all formats. I mean, the CD. Go ahead and buy the CD from Morbid Reality. I know Don Brain,
yes,
from Morbid Reality out of Los Angeles. So those of you in the U.S. can buy it straight from the label, or if you want to buy it straight from the band, that's even better. So yeah, Morbid Reality. Check it out. So the first song that I opened up the show with also is on the new Anarchus recording. So check it out, fuckers. Check it out.
Yes, please.
Yeah. All right, so let's you know what? Let me show this before we. I was going to talk about some live shows, show some flyers, but I gotta show this. I don't know how, or explain to me what this is.
Yes. Abuelo's one of Abuelo's friend did it.
So are they? It's just something. It's not an actual like figure or doll or anything. Right? Oh, okay. I thought it was Anarchist like fucking figures or something like that.
A lot of people thought that at the moment, but
that's fucking cool though. I think that'd be cool though. I'm a fucking Anarchist, fucking little, because they make all of them now. You see them like with Venom and and Slayer and shit like that. So I saw that. And I was like, man, I wonder if that was like maybe they made 1 or 2 or something like that, or 3. But that's fucking great how they. That's what it looks like. So anyhow, I had to ask you about that.
Yes, it was very funny. Well, maybe we sometime did it.
Yeah, actually, that'd be a good. That would be like a good cover or a good T-shirt or something. I think.
Yes, because it's very funny.
Yeah. Have the it was cut off, but have the Anarchus logo above that. That'd be sick. I'd buy it.
Okay. Okay.
Who would buy that? Everybody in the chat, would you buy that shirt? Let me know. Let me know if you buy that on. I'd wear it. I'd wear that. That's fucking great. You get 3 or 4 shorts, 4 shirts in one because you have Anarchus. Then you got SOB, and I think that's Deeds of Flesh, maybe.
Yes.
And then Sodom.
Yes.
So there you go. You get 4 shirts in one.
Yes.
So, but yeah, let me know. Would you wear that on a shirt? I would. So
okay.
All right, let's talk about some old photos. Let's talk about this tour right here. The 91 Grind Tour.
Oh, yes.
Is that you got a lot of good memories of that one?
Yes, very good memories. And some a little bad memory.
Not so good.
Not so good, not so bad, but not so good in Guadalajara. That was in Guadalajara. I think it was at the end of the show. Some violent guys went to the place in which we play, and they started a problem. So we have to escape. Basically, we have to escape from the venue.
Wow.
Yes, but the shows, the 3 shows were killer. All the bands we enjoyed it so much, and also one of the best memories was while we were traveling from city to city on the bus. Everybody drinking, everybody having fun. So really, it was a very nice experience. Very, very nice. I think all the bands which we were there, we all have that cool memory about it.
That's the bus right there, right?
That's the bus, yes.
Yeah, thanks to Mutilador sent me this photo.
Yeah. Okay.
So who's that's a lot of people. Let's see if we can I think that's Mutilador right there in the front in the blue jacket. It looks like him.
See.
So it was Sadistic Intent.
Yes.
Rick. Cenotaph. Or was it Cenotaph? Blood Soaked?
Yes.
And then Anarchus?
And that picture, I'm the guy at the middle with the leather jacket.
Oh, yeah, the one looking down. Yeah.
And Julio, I don't see Julio, neither Adolfo. But they were around.
Yeah. Is that wait, who's that next to you? Is that Enrique or is that Thrasher? In the blue jacket, like
no, it's another friend.
Oh, okay. Kind of look like Enrique.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sadistic Intent, first time in Mexico, I think.
Yes, first time.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. So, and you travel around in that big bus, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Was it hot in the bus?
It was hot because.
Roy. How did the bus smell?
That bus was everything on that tour. Was the cantina?
Everything ended up in the bus.
There were beer cans all around.
That's funny.
A lot of histories inside of that bus. Very funny.
I bet. Here's another cool shot I got from Mutilador sent me. It's inside the bus. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a wild bunch right there, man.
Yes.
So it was 3 shows?
3 shows. Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey.
It looks like a prison.
Prison bus. Yes.
All those guys,
prisoners.
they were all going to prison after.
There's Adolfo, and you can see Julio behind Daniel Corchado.
Oh yeah.
Also Buki, Oscar Clorio.
Yeah.
And Guillermo, I think. The player. Adolfo must be behind, and a lot of friends.
So you just had so not everybody in here was in a band. They just had friends that.
We have friends which ask us to go.
Mira. Look what Mutilador said. We did piss. They just opened the windows.
Yeah. Crazy story. Because there was no bathroom as far as I remember.
Yeah, no, the bathroom was a window.
Window and beach.
That's awesome, man. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, that's kind of a legendary tour now, you know. Let me see. He sent me some photos. I wish I would have labeled them, but he sent me some live shots that were from that tour. Maybe one of these of you singing. I don't know if that was from that tour. I don't know if you remember.
I think it's Monterrey. I don't.
Maybe. Well, Mutilador will tell us, but that's a cool photo right there. So
I don't remember very well. I was too drunk, I think.
You know what? I'm glad. Let me ask you something. When I told you I was in Mexico City in 2013. I had a guy tell me a story, or he told us a story, and that one was in Guadalajara, that photo. But he told me a story about you, which I never forgot about it, because I was like, I don't know if it's true or not, but he said I don't know if it was Anarchus playing a show, and you were pretty drunk, I guess, and you were on stage, and he said, this is what he told me. He said you were so drunk that you like fell down, and you just stayed on, and instead of getting back up, you just stayed on the ground the whole show and were screaming.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
Is that true?
I did it.
Was that an Anarchist show, or what was that?
Anarchist show.
So yeah, so let me in case nobody understood me. So he's singing, and he's been drinking. He probably had a couple of beers or whatever, and he falls on the ground and can't get back up, and he stays on the ground the whole show singing instead of because he couldn't get back up. So that's fucking amazing. I was like, I don't know if this guy's telling me the truth, but I'm glad.
It's true. The show must go on.
That's fucking awesome, man. I was like, no way. I mean, to this day, it's still one of the greatest stories anybody's ever told me about. I was like, holy shit, that's dedication right there. That's fucking dedication. So, where was that at? Do you remember any? I mean, you remember that happening? What? Do you remember anything else about that show? Or what show was it?
I think it was in Mexico City.
Okay.
I think it was in Mexico City, but I'm not sure again.
Yeah, the guy that told me his name is Pancho too, but he owned that Bulldozer pub. I don't know if you know him or not.
Must be Mexico City or maybe Querétaro. I think maybe Querétaro.
Yeah.
Not so sure.
Yeah, man, but I'm glad I was able to. I'm glad you confirmed that to be a true story, because fucking amazing, man. I was like, holy shit.
I have a picture. I will send it.
You have a picture of that show?
Yes, with me singing in the floor.
Shit. All right, so you guys got to play a lot of shows with like bigger bands that would come in through Mexico City. Here's one that has you on the flyer. Let's see if you could talk about playing with Sodom.
Yes.
Oh,
first
wow.
time I came to Mexico.
What year was that?
I'm not sure. They just have put out the Agent Orange album, I think.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So it must have been late '80s.
Yes. Yes, first time, and that was the album they were promoting on that time, on that date.
Wow. How was that show? It had to be insane.
Insane. It was on the place called Balneario Pantitlan.
Uh-huh.
And it was greatest. A lot of people. Sodom play a killer show, really killer show. Everybody loves them. And was a really greatest experience. Sodom is also one of my favorite bands. For me, it was like a dream come true.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of photos of you wearing Sodom shirts, so that's why I was like, that had to be fucking awesome. And is there any video? I mean, of Sodom playing there?
No, as far as I know, there are no videos and not so many pictures.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how Sodom went over, like, you know, in Mexico City, because there's a lot of legendary shows on YouTube that happen in Mexico City. And speaking of that, let me ask you about this. Another legendary show that is on YouTube. Where did it go? Where did it go? I lost it. No, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Now this show is like very popular on YouTube, and that's the first time Sepultura came.
Yes.
Anarchus played the show, right?
Yes.
So that show is, I mean, the Sepultura set is like stupid, crazy, you know. So what memories do you have of this show?
Wow. I can tell you that it was one of the best experience that I ever had live.
Yeah.
Because, well, we have a very great response from the people.
Yeah.
So we were very surprised that Sepultura knows the band.
Oh, okay.
Knows Anarchus.
Wow.
And, and they were very, very kind with us and very. We spent some time talking and speaking, and they were always very cool with us. We didn't ask them, but I remember Max telling me that, "Hey, Pancho, give me one poster." No, I went to him. We went, Adolfo, Julio, and I. Hey, please sign us the flyer, please.
Yeah.
And they all did it.
Yeah.
And we say, "Oh, thank you very much." And I remember that Max told me, "Give me another one." Oh, yes. And they signed that poster, and it was dedicated to the band.
Nice.
It was really, really nice. It was by his will. And
yeah, of course.
Very great. The very sad story about that poster is that in the end it ended in the trash because my mother clean up the rehearsal.
Oh, wow. I was going to ask you if you still had it.
All my posters, that one include.
Oh, man.
Very sad.
Yeah, so let's, I think it'll be okay to show this, but it's everybody watching. If you haven't seen this video, it's Sepultura playing at that place. The place is like fucking insane.
Yes.
So, where I'm sure you've seen the video. Are you in the video at all anytime?
I don't think so. Okay. I was around, but not in the video.
I think Mutilador comes out on it, and Carlos from he lives in Houston now, but he's on it. So let's check it out for a little bit. This video is fucking crazy. Here we go.
Totally.
They're the PA went out, right?
Yes.
God damn. Crap. Wow.
Really amazing. Great whole time.
I mean, people. There's times where people dive into the crowd and they get lost in the pit.
Yes.
And there's a guy that comes out that looks exactly like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, on the video.
It really was a very good experience. That crowd. Wow. No doubt that day.
Yeah, but man, that's I always wanted to talk to somebody that was there, that experienced it. Hell, you got to play that show, so so I mean, yeah, there was. So how many people fit in that place? I mean, it was like people were like standing up against the wall and shit. I guess there was people still outside that couldn't get in, or what?
There was people outside because yes, the place is big.
Yeah,
it still exists today. They don't play no more. They don't do more concerts anymore.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, the place exists. It's an old wrestling arena.
Oh yeah.
Arena Lopez Mateos.
Yes, yeah, I've heard of it.
A classic place. A lot of bands play there. Killer Shows, all of them,
Yeah.
and it was very big, very big. I don't remember exactly how many people were there, but it was a lot of people.
Yeah, you can see on the video. I mean, it's like people standing up against the walls, and but yeah, it's funny because you see people stage diving and they stage right into the circle pit and they like disappear. Like what the fuck, man? That's just insane. So it's cool that you played such a legendary show, Yes. So but yeah, I had to ask you about that. Let's see. What else? Oh, here's another one. I think Mutilador sent me this too. This looks like it was a wild show. Playing Nocturnus.
Oh yes.
Cenotaph.
Yes. Another good show. Very good show.
Where was this one at?
Rock Center.
Oh yeah, that place. First time I ever heard of that place was on the CACOFONIA live stuff where you guys would play there.
Yes.
Was it like a big place or?
Not so big. It was a big place, but not that big.
Yeah. So this was, I guess, probably 1990 or something like that.
1990, I think 1990. Yeah, yes, there 1990, December 1990.
Yeah. In the same place, there was only 50 people to see Obituary in '89. That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
That Sepultura show? I guess that's what he's talking about. Or Rock Center, maybe?
Maybe Rock Center?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think Mutilador knows.
Yeah, he knows everything.
He knows everything, yes.
He's like the Mexico underground historian, man. That guy knows everything.
A living encyclopedia.
Yes, exactly. From the famous Mutilador fanzine, for those of y'all that don't know. So his name, I used to see his name all the time in like thanks list and shit all the time. So he did a lot for the Mexican underground. Yes,
very involved. He's always supporting.
Yeah,
in these days, he's a very cool guy.
Obituary in La Arena Lopez.
Yes, Arena Lopez Mateos. Yes.
Damn, 50 people. It had to be like in that big place. I bet that was.
Very few. It seems like nothing in this big place.
Yeah,
it really looks like nothing.
Yeah. This was a cool one too. I didn't know. This Impulse Manslaughter played in Mexico.
No.
Oh no.
No, they didn't arrive. I don't remember why, but no, they didn't arrive. We played that show. We all played the show.
Yeah.
They don't appear. They don't get to. They don't come to Mexico.
Brutal Fest.
Yes.
Who put that on? Was that Thrasher that put that on?
Thrasher. Yes.
Okay. Was this
all of them?
Was this the first one? No, couldn't have been.
I don't remember. I maybe was the first or one of the first ones. The first ones, maybe. Not so sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's. I mean, even just the local bands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tom said they had a lot of problems when they toured. Tom probably. I'm sure Tom knows some of the guys in the band, being from Chicago. So, but I was like, wow, Impulse Manslaughter. That's cool, man. All right, so let's talk a little. Oh, let's talk about this. You recorded vocals, and I didn't. Also, I found out this is your brother's band. I didn't know you had a brother.
Oh yes,
Pactum.
yes, my
That
brother.
was his band. He was in that band. I guess at the beginning for a while, and the story I heard is the singer wasn't there, and you filled in on vocals or something like that.
When they went to record that demo, they invited me to go. My brother and I always been friends with all of them.
Yeah.
And they say, "Hey, come to the studio." Oh, okay. Luis, the singer,
Yeah.
he was supposed to sing that day.
Yeah.
But he has a little time because he has to fly to Tijuana. So again, when you are going to record, maybe sometimes for one reason or another, times goes more faster than you think. And suddenly he says, "I can't wait no more," because they take so much time for. Don't remember why. And he told me, "Please, Pancho, since you are here, please sing the songs." And I say, "Oh, really? Yes, please." And I say, "Yes, of course." yes, we're friends and we are for to support each other.
Yeah.
So I did it. I did it.
I mean, I think it's great. I don't know if you mind if I play a little bit of a song for everybody here. If you've never heard this demo, I suggest you do. The vocals are insane on this demo. This is a song that Pancho sang on. I think it's which one did I pick?
Escupiendo la Biblia.
No, but I should have picked that one out because I like the. I think where'd it go? Where did it go? I know I have it, man. Oh, eyaculando sangre.
Okay, that's a good one too.
Yeah, here we go. So let's check a little bit of the PACTUM, the demo from '89. Check it out. Hell yeah, man! That's everything I like about underground music. It's evil, it's raw, it's fucking. It sounds fucking great. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I dig a lot. So I like that shit a lot. All right, so let's talk a little bit about where to go. Now this is a rare picture of the band. Well, hold on. Yeah, we'll go back to Anarchus in a little bit, but I wanted to touch on where'd it go? Why can't I find this shit? I got it right here. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is a rare photo that I don't remember where I found it, but it's CACOFONIA.
Oh yeah.
Rehearsing.
Yes.
Man, where did you guys where did you rehearse at back then?
We rehearsed at some friend's place.
Yeah.
They have a business over there, a food business.
Yeah.
But behind there was this place, and they were friends. They are friends from us, so we shared place. They shared their place with us to rehearse. We rehearsed not only us. I remember that it was Anarchus, it was a Toxico, as far as I know, Masacre 68, two, I think.
Yeah.
And they, which are GPK, Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh yeah.
It's the place from the guitar player and his brother.
GPK.
GPK, yes.
Oh wow.
And we spent like 6 months or more or less rehearsing over there.
Yeah. That's hold on, let me answer this guy. Compadre, es que mi español no está medio, ¿cómo le digo, no? Pero gracias por acompañarnos.
Gracias, sí.
So is this where you recorded the rehearsals that ended up on that 10-inch in this room right here?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that we record some over there, and I don't remember very well in which other place we did it, but I'm sure that over there we did it.
Yeah, I mean that's like I said, I like the raw stuff, and that early Cacofonia stuff is just that shit just kicks my, to this day. I'm like, it just blows my mind how fucking how insane that band was. And here's this photo. I always enjoyed this cartoon.
Oh yeah,
drawing of the live show.
Yeah.
Who drew that for you?
It was a friend. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly who did it. Don't remember very well. Maybe Mutilador knows. It was for sure one of our friends.
Yeah.
Not very sure who did it.
Yeah, I always laugh at because I remember when I first saw it, I was like, wait, where's Pancho at?
Yeah.
Like, you're laying on the ground. You're laying on the ground right between the two drums.
With a beer by my side and
yeah, that's probably he probably drew that show where you did that,
Yes.
So let's go back that picture. That it looks like it was a chalkboard. Did you have like your set list on the chalkboard or something on that rehearsal photo or whatever?
Yes, we have it over there.
Okay, there you go. So I know these, like I said, Thrasher's still active doing stuff, obviously with Anarchus, and Adolfo's still doing label stuff. Yes. Whatever happened to the other guy?
Mike, the original guitar player, he just disappeared.
Oh, really?
Yes. The last thing we knew about him, it was that he was that he crossed illegally to the States too, and he was living in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But it must be like in 1994, I think.
Oh shit!
And then we know nothing more from here. Nothing more. So I hope he's all right, but no news from him from a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, Roy. That was on the split with Blood Soaked.
Yes. That
artwork, and it was also you. Well, no, it wasn't. I actually have a really big poster of that. I don't remember where I got it, but it is like, it's huge. I don't know if I can find it. I should have pulled it out. It's a really big. It's probably like maybe 2 feet by 2 feet.
Very big.
Yeah, big poster of that. I don't remember where I got it or who sent it to me, but I have it. It might have. I don't remember, but I still have it. I mean, I used to have it on my wall, right? But I don't have all that stuff anymore. But or not on the wall, but yeah, I still have that big poster of that. It was big. I think you know what? I think it might have been from whenever the first time the greatest hits things came out, from Cryptas, I think put that out. Cryptas Records.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I don't remember, but yeah, it's a huge poster. It's like one of my favorite posters. But you guys with from what I remember, I'm going back with reading stuff a long time ago, but it was CACOFONIA just basically formed as like a little side band of Anarchus, right?
More or less. In the beginning, maybe.
Yeah.
No. The idea, Miguel idea, it was like a side project, yes, like something funny, but he wants to do it seriously.
Yeah.
And then it became from a side project to an independent, a totally different band.
Yeah.
By its side. I think it was just like a side project, more or less.
Because I mean, originally it was you, Thrasher, and Adolfo, and then the other guy. So it was like, three guys. I don't know if. Well, yeah, I guess Thrasher was an anarchist. Was he an anarchist at the time?
No,
he wasn't. Right.
At that moment, no, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No,
not yet.
But
Tóxico en Masacre 68 by that moment.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of there's a song that always makes me laugh, and I've always wanted to ask you about it. The song, and I think it's only live. There's only a live version of it where you're saying, what is it? Todos quieren con la hermana de Pancho.
Yes.
What the hell was that about?
Todos quieren con mi hermana.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's another funny story because when we started to rehearse with Anarchus, we rehearsed at my father's house.
Yeah.
And my sisters, well, they be around and everybody talks with them, with my sister. Yeah. And it seems like they like them a lot, really a lot, and because in that place, in my parents' house, not only Anarchus, a Tóxico, Pactum, were the ones which rehearsed. CACOFONIA, we also rehearse over there. But I remember all the guys around always said, "Oh, your sisters are very cute, Pancho," and then. Miguel also said, "Oh, your sisters are very cool." And last Miguel idea, he says, "Oh, let's put out a song which is going to be called Todos quieren con mi hermana. Everybody wants my sisters."
I always wondered what that was about. That's fucking great, man. But yeah, your song titles always made me laugh because, especially like on the. I remember when that 10-inch came out, they gave they had the Spanish title and then they had the English title, and it always translated real funny, like Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that, and Son Putos and
yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Chuck Norris.
So why did you guys stop the band way back then? That CACOFONIA?
Not really stop.
Okay.
I just quit playing.
Okay.
I just quit playing after 2 years, more or less.
Yeah.
But for many reasons, but especially because I was more focused on Anarchus.
Yeah.
But Thrasher continued playing with the band, not so often, and but he continued. But by then, right now he's playing again with the band, and he plays much more often than the last years.
Here's a flyer where both bands played at the
Rock Center. Yes.
Anarchus, CACOFONIA, Putrid Scum, who you did that split 7-inch with.
Yes.
Wrecker.
Mm-hmm.
And is that what is that in the middle? Does that say Torment? No. What is that in the middle? Obsession or
Obsession.
Oh, I don't think I heard that, man.
Yes, Obsession was the the first band from I forget the name now, from the Grand Tour.
Blood soaked.
Blood Soak.
Oh, really?
Obsession was. I think it was. No. I'm sorry. Obsession. Or maybe yes. I'm not so sure. I think it was. Not so very sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you can barely see the logo, but
Yes, not so sure. I better not say something because I might be wrong.
what is it? What is this? Consciente a la banda fatality of human fate.
La canción, nuestra canción.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she asked for our song for one.
Oh, okay.
Gracias, Rafa.
But yeah, so there's another thing. I've never seen any video footage of Cacofonia ever from back then. Nobody ever recorded it, or does anybody have any? Or
I think no, there are no videos from California. No, not at all. I haven't seen anyone.
yeah, there you go. The encyclopedia let us know.
Yes, there is encyclopedia. Yes, Obsession. Yes.
Blood soaked. Yeah, blood soaked. So recording that first, the first Cacofonia recording was that I guess it's a demo where when you listen to it, like everything is like on one side, like the bass is by itself on one side, the guitar when you listen to it or whatever. So what do you remember about recording those early Cacofonia recordings?
Those are well, it was really, we did it with normal tape recorder.
Yeah.
Why you listen like that?
Oh, okay.
That explains the sound of the recording.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, I think a lot of bands did it on those days.
Yeah, of course.
We put the tape recorder and the place in which we were rehearsing, and as far as I remember, that first recording was. I believe it was on my parents' house.
Oh, really?
I believe it was there. The first one.
What did your parents think of all the noise you made?
Oh, they are like saints because they support. They stand 7 years of rehearsal of 3 bands.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Wow.
From Monday to Sunday.
Wow.
They were very, very patient.
Wow. Yeah, you're lucky.
Yes, during 7 years. Until one day my father said, "Hey, no more."
He was like I was gonna say, was he like Kurt Brett's dad on Mad Men on Dealing With It? Whenever he busts in the door.
No, indeed. Well, that final day, I think yes.
Yeah, he had enough.
Yes, 7 years, no more, please.
Yeah, no more. Well, he said like Kurt Brett's dad, you and these two dummies. Yeah.
Yes, and especially because we really rehearse every day.
Wow.
Well, not only Anarchus. Someday it was Anarchus, someday it was Pactum, someday it was a Toxico, someday Cacofonia, but every day from Monday to Sunday.
That's insane, man. I mean, I was lucky. I mean, I mentioned earlier that me and my friend used to like practice in my parents' house, and they never said anything, right? But we didn't do it every fucking day either, though. So
we did it, and also there was a lot of people over there because every time friends come to the practice, and there was a lot of people almost every time we rehearse over there. A lot of people. We even play. I remember that we did a lot of parties and play some concerts outside. It was on the roof of the house.
Wow.
We did some concerts for parties. It was like a party and concerts.
Wow, that's cool.
On the roof.
That's cool, man. That's
of course, my parents were on the house that on those days.
Yeah.
That's why we did it, but really, really funny.
All right, so let's. I can talk to you about Cacofonia all day, but let's listen to one of the songs that was on the Grinding Syndicate.
Oh yeah.
Which one did I? I can't remember which one I picked. It was it's a Sylvester Stallone song. All right, so let's listen to some. This was probably the last recording you did, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. One of my all-time favorites ever. Fuck yeah, man! It doesn't get better than that for me, man. I love that shit. That shit influenced me like you would not believe, man.
Thank you.
It was just, and I got a story for you about it. I remember because growing up, my parents never really said anything about what I listened to. Right? They were always, hey, he's gonna listen to whatever he wants, right? But I remember one day I was listening to CACOFONIA and the rehearsals where you guys are talking in between.
Oh yes.
And she heard my parents are from Mexico, right? So they heard the Spanish talk and they're like, they looked at me like, ¿Qué es eso? And I was like, what? I said they do this. They do the same crazy shit in Mexico that they do here in the United States. So I'll never forget that because they were like freaking out that people talking Spanish were because they didn't know anything about it, so they just thought there was only crazy people like in the United States, right? So, but when they heard whenever they heard some of the rehearsals, like you're like pendejo or something like that, like, what the fuck is that? So I always remember that. It makes me laugh thinking about them like freaking out about that shit. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So let's start winding down. Let's get back to Anarchus. There's a lot of photos I didn't even show you, but this one this was kind of strange because there's a basketball goal right behind you.
Yes.
What was this?
That's in Monterrey. The place is
okay.
called Factores Mutuos. It was a greatest place. I like it so much.
It was in Monterrey?
Monterrey.
Oh, wow.
Yes. A lot of people. There was a lot of greatest shows over there.
Oh, really?
Yes. In that place, Monterrey on those days were one of the coolest places to play in Mexico.
Wow.
One of the most. There was a lot, but Monterrey was very, very special.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bands that came out of there.
Yes.
I mean, I have relatives and stuff that live there and stuff, but it seems like Mexico City always seemed to more people know about Mexico City bands than Monterrey had some good bands too, right? But
yes,
I don't know why it just never doesn't seem to me anyway that the Monterrey bands got the recognition. You know what I mean? But maybe they did. I don't know.
They did because some bands, a lot of bands over there, but especially I remember Toxodet or Mortuary.
Yeah,
they really get a very good place, and yes, I agree. In some point, no, well, Monterrey on those days really was a very strong, has a very strong scene. A lot of people, and they were very involved on all of activities. There was a lot of shows from different types. There was a lot of hardcore bands. There was a lot of death metal bands, thrash metal. It was a very good scene back in the 90s.
Yeah, where was I see Mortuary. Where was this? Where was this at? Was
Um,
this in Mexico City or Monterrey?
Tras the Holy Week. I don't know. Brutal Fest.
But it's got a mortuary up at the top. So
Yes. Corrupter, Cenotaph.
Darkness, Blood Soak, Pactum. Did you ever do shows with Pactum?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I played with them like on the time that the Luis the Singer wasn't in Mexico.
Oh,
I played some shows with them. I think like around 10 or 12, maybe more.
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Here's a well, we talked a little bit about you playing bass. Here's a
yeah.
photo back in the early days of Anarchus. You playing bass.
Yes.
And you ended up playing bass. Maybe I got the story wrong because there was nobody else to play bass, or why did you end up playing bass at the beginning?
Yes, that well, no, the reason I played the bass was because when we start with the band, every one of the four guys that we were in the beginning,
Yeah,
to play some instrument. Adolfo chose the drums.
yeah,
Miguel Guerrero, the original guitar player, he chose the guitar, and I choose to play the bass. I didn't sing in the beginning. I didn't was the singer. I started to sing sometime later, a little time more later. But also I wasn't supposed to be the singer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wasn't supposed to be the singer. We have a singer, but since we in the beginning, no one of us were musicians. We never learned to play.
Yeah.
We are not musicians. We were not musicians. And this guy, he was supposed more studies. He plays drums, and he was, well, he knows to play something.
Yeah.
So in a point he said, "Oh, these guys are not going anywhere," and he quit and he left us. And in a moment, well, we decided to keep with the project with Anarchus.
Yeah.
And we say, who is going to sing? Since there was no one around, we decided that will be one of the three left members.
Yeah.
It will be Adolfo, Miguel, or me. And you know how I get the singer place? We sit around in the rehearsal place.
Yeah.
So I say no. Adolfo says, "Hey, Mike, scream," and Mike scream, and then Adolfo scream, and they say, "Pancho, scream," and I scream, and they say, "Oh, you're going to sing." And that's why I start to sing.
That's funny, man.
Plays bass and sing.
Here's another cool photo I got from Mutilador.
Yes.
That's classic.
From the Nocturnal show, I think.
What show?
It was on the Nocturnal show.
Oh, okay.
I think it was that day.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good photo. He took a lot of. Let me see. There's another one that I got somewhere in here. I think it's from that same show. Oh, here's one. This must have been a little later because I used to have that same T-shirt.
Yes. Yes.
I used to have that same T-shirt. I saw them in 91, 92, and my friend Ray borrowed it from me. He never gave it back to me, so goddamn.
That's I also lost that shirt.
Oh, there you go.
I always be sorry about it. I liked it that much. That picture is, if I'm not mistaken, when we played with which band? Oh,
He told me. I forgot.
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yep. Oh shit. He said, "Oh, here's yeah, I wish I could get these pictures on, but he sent me a picture of you guys playing in '88, and Ongo from Shub Niggurath is like diving off the stage or some shit.
Yes. Yes, Ongo.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I got to meet I got to meet him in 2013 too. Whenever I went to Mexico City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was cool.
Guy. Very cool guy.
Fear Factory, 1992.
Fear Factory, yes. Fear Factory, yes.
Encyclopedia on the spot, man.
Yes, always helping. Always helping.
To this day, he's still helping out.
Yes.
Now this photo here made me laugh because of the little cartoon on the side. I guess this was an ad.
Yes. Very funny with the angel.
Yeah, the little angel playing. So where was that? Where were you guys standing at right there?
In Veracruz.
Oh, really? Oh,
at the beach in Veracruz. We played one concert over there, and when we arrived with the guys who take us over there,
yeah,
they take us to take a tour around the city and went to the beach. The day was not so good. A lot of rain. It's cloudy, but we enjoyed it very much.
Yeah,
we couldn't swim because it was a little cold. But
here's a real. I guess this is really early on with the band. This photo.
Yes, that must be for the first ones.
The very first lineup
from the Total Hate era. I think it was a little after we recorded the demo.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's classic.
Must be we just record the Total Hate and then this picture was taken.
Yeah, that's a cool photo. I'm just going through photos that I got that I need to share that I told everybody I would. All right. So I'll end with this photo right here. One of the nicest dudes ever that you got to meet in Los Angeles, Mr. Mark.
Oh, yes.
Or Chicago, I meant.
Yes, Mark Impetigo. He's just greatest.
I agree.
Yes, as I always say, he's one of the nicest human beings around.
I agree.
Really, really, you have to meet him. Such a cool guy.
We've never met, but I mean, I know him. But it's always cool. Like I mentioned earlier, people that you used to write to a long time ago, and you get to meet them eventually. It's kind of like it's like seeing your long lost brother that you haven't ever seen. You know what I mean?
Just like you say,
it's a weird thing, Yeah. And another thing I always mention, that shit only happens in the underground scene. Nowhere else,
yes,
is there a guy from Mexico City that knows just a regular guy from Chicago, right? And you become friends, and it's just. Yes. It doesn't happen. That doesn't happen anywhere else.
Oh, only on the ground.
Exactly. There we go. We got some Chicago people. Chicago ruled. A show in Chicago ruled. Yeah, it was cool because earlier I saw Mark. I don't know if it was Mark or you posted a photo of Mark and the guy from was it Burn from Blood at the front of the stage while Anarchus is playing.
Yes, just in front. That was a very special moment. I remember.
I bet.
I remember I was singing and doing all the stuff, and suddenly I saw them on the front line. I said,
there's Mark. There's Martin. I was like, what the fuck?
I just cannot believe it.
That's awesome, man.
Sorry?
No, I said no. That's awesome. That's fucking.
Yes, awesome. It was awesome. I was like, really? This is happening now.
Yeah.
Just greatest to see them in front.
Yeah. It's like I said, that's fucking cool when that happens. Like meeting people that that you never thought you'd be face to face with.
Yes.
So. Yeah. It's cool. Actually, like I said, when I was in Mexico City, I met Mutilador, I met Ongo. Who else?
Miguel?
Got to play with Mystifier. I mean, it was fucking awesome. I was hoping I would run into like you or or turns out Adolfo was at the Chopo when we went, but I didn't know, so I didn't get to meet him. I was like, man, I wanted to meet the fucking CACOFONIA guys.
Yes.
Maybe one day. Maybe.
You didn't knew Miguel Thrasher?
I didn't meet him.
Didn't meet it.
No, I didn't meet it. Yeah, I mean, I know him, but I've never met him.
Okay.
So I was hoping I would run into you guys like somewhere, you know.
Yes.
So, but yeah, maybe one day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day. So, all right. Enough of Mark. That's too much of Mark already. All right. So, I guess we'll start winding it down. If anybody has any questions, if not, if I already asked all the good questions, that's cool. But just a reminder.
Yes.
Reminder, check out Anarchus live stream on Thursday, July 29th on the Bam Bam Records Facebook or their YouTube channel. And if you subscribe to that channel, you'll get notified. So check it out. I'll be checking it out. So make sure you tune into that shit. So let me ask just one last thing. Well, not one last thing, but tell me about like the thinking back about, you know, growing up in the underground scene in Mexico and still being here. How do you look back on those times now? Are you proud of everything you guys, because you were there from the beginning. Are you proud of what you guys did? Do you look back on it thinking, I mean, what do you think about everything that you've done, you know, over these years?
I always been happy about what we have done from the beginning. Always been happy about it. I always love what we have done.
Yeah. All the time.
I can say you that Anarchus is one of the most important things in my life, and all the history behind the band is really something that it's always in my heart, in my mind, all the time.
Yeah.
I just can tell you that all that I remember about the band is good. I never remember. I don't remember nothing that it was bad. There was a lot of crazy, bad situations, maybe during the gigs and things like that.
Yeah.
Crazy things like that happen sometimes, maybe violence or stuff like that. But I really can tell you. I can tell you I'm, because that's the word, happy, very happy about what we have done from the beginning until now.
That's awesome. What one thing have you done with the band that you were able to do because of the band that you can't put? Like, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm here. I'm playing here. Is there any certain time that you can remember? Yes,
there has been a lot of times, but I think that one of the big moments, it was during the Obscene Extreme Fest.
Oh yeah.
I think that was one of those moments. It was really an amazing experience. It was, as you say, shocking. I never thought that I will be playing over there.
Yeah.
And then it happens, and it turns to be one of the biggest and funniest and happiest and greatest experience also in my life.
Yeah.
And as you say, I don't think that in the beginning or in some moment thought that I will be playing over there. Yeah. You know, you are doing the things, and you are wishing to be there, to play there sometime.
Yeah.
But when you are over there, you say, "Oh, really? That is happening now."
That and I believe Japan too, right?
Oh yes, Japan. Oh yes, sorry.
No, that's okay.
As I told you, it's very difficult to.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Because Japan. Oh yes, Extreme was very good, but Japan was huge, and that I think it would be more like that. You say that I never thought I will be in Japan touring and doing the long tour we did it.
Yeah, all because of the noise you make, right? It's crazy.
Yes. Really, I never dreamed to be playing in Japan, to know all the cities we knew, to play all the times we did. Japan experience by far, I think it was a blast, totally a blast.
Chris has a question. Is there any new bands that you've heard lately, or do you just stick with whatever you already listened to? Grind bands or punk bands or anything?
I like a lot Scum Dogs.
Scum Dogs?
Scum Dogs. It's a killer band from Mexico City. You have to check it out. Yes. CSO.
CSO.
From Japan. Naru. Our friend Naru.
Yeah. Cool. Fraser asked about your influences, but when you guys started, I mean, you mentioned Sodom and like Battery and stuff like that. That was your earliest influences when you first starting. Well, actually, you know what? So what inspired the Anarchist sound at the beginning? Like, what were you trying to? Who was influencing you at the time?
With no doubt, Napalm Death.
Okay.
Napalm Death. Raw Power was one of our influences, for sure. We always loved Raw Power, so doing Discover now is something we always want to do. But as I told you, it was Napalm Death, it was Raw Power, it was Battery for sure, it was Solomon, creator from the Pleasure to Kill time. I think that our idea in that moment was to make some kind of mix like that.
Yeah, that's fucking And your vocals, I mean, you're like I said at the beginning, your vocals they're unmistakable. Nobody can scream like you. Was Quarton or what was it that influenced you to fucking scream like that? Napalm and Quarton or what?
I think it was Quarton, but also I think that it was like an accident because I never had sing before. Well, in that old project that I told you, it was more like screaming. It was in Anarchus that I started to start to sing.
Yeah.
I think that I was trying to make a voice like Mike Petrosa, the old Mike Petrosa Battery.
Yeah.
But I never knew I will sing like I finally sing in the end.
So the first scream you gave at that Anarchist practice, was it similar to how you ended up sounding, or do you remember how you sounded that day? Like that your first scream when they said, "Okay, you're the singer."
Yes. As far as I remember, it was the same. They say, well, not the tone because they only say scream, and I scream, just a scream, and they say, "Oh, this one."
Oh yeah, you got the job.
You got the job. You scream more louder. I think that was the point, because Adolfo and Miguel, they scream, but not so louder, and I really scream.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, man, like I said, it's been an honor talking to you. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did.
So much.
I'm going to play the first song. If you missed the first song at the beginning of the show, I'm going to play it again. If it's off the new Anarchist album, Final Fall of the Gods Part 2. And it is called Arrogance and I can't remember now. I got bad memory.
And Impunity.
And what?
Impunity.
Oh yeah, Arrogance and Impunity. I'm sorry. So here, let's check it out one more time. Thanks, Tom. This song rips. It's gonna make sure if you're scared, make sure you turn the lights on or whatever, because it's fucking brutal. So check it out. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. I got it now. I got All right. Last thing, reminder, subscribe to the channel, man. I tell everybody about the show. You're not going to get shit like this anywhere else. Only right here. God damn it. Only right here. God damn it.
The best channel.
So only true underground shit here.
Yes.
So subscribe to the channel. Tell everybody about it. Tell everybody about this episode. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If you're watching this live, really fucking cool of you. If you're watching on the replay, really fucking cool of you. I appreciate it. And we shall see you later.